Have you ever been annoyed by some games in your Steam library looking out of place? Applying custom artwork is a great way to resolve that, and there are a myriad of resources to be had online for it. Doing the tedious process of manually clicking through each game in your Steam list and supplying the artwork isn't ideal, so today I'll be showing you how to have Steam automatically pick up your acquired artworks and supply them to their proper games. This isn't a means of completely automating this process. There are definitely ways to set that exact thing up, but personally I like to have a bit more customization for my Steam design. To get this started, we need to locate the directory that your Steam is installed to. Let's start us off by opening up the File Explorer. By default, at least on Windows, Steam will be installed to your local disk via Program Files 86. Click on your user data folder, select the folder that should be a bunch of numbers. This is your Steam account ID if I'm not mistaken, in case you're wondering. Now enter into the config folder. Finally, we create ourselves a folder by the name of grid, all lowercase. Obviously, I have this folder already in here, but it wouldn't be there naturally. That's about the main setup though. Pretty much it. Process should be the same across all operating systems to my knowledge. It may be slightly different, assuming that you have gone and manually installed Steam somewhere else. But if that's the case, locate where you've done that, go to the Steam folder, go to the config folder of your account, and then just create the grid folder inside of it. With this setup, Steam will be able to auto-detect the images that you save to this folder and apply them as grid images to the games based on their ID tag. Good to note that you may need to restart your Steam to get this to actually apply at first. I actually had to wait a few launches across a couple of days early on for it to actually apply. I believe that should be resolved by now. Presumably it will be there upon relaunching Steam. Now it's time to acquire some artwork to use for your Steam games. For this example, let's take a look at one of my folders I've gone and made on Steam. Elden Ring sort of seems to stand out as I've gone in and organized all the other games in this folder with the white logo series of grid images, but obviously I have not gone and done that for Elden Ring yet. There are surely a bunch of spots to go to for this sort of thing, but personally I enjoy SteamGridDB.com. On this site, I can enter in the name of a game I want, apply some filters to it if I wish, and snag a grid image that fits my design. Save that bad boy somewhere to your device. As I hinted before, Steam associates the images based on the game's ID, so we need to rename the image file that we saved earlier. To get a game's ID, there are a couple ways to go about it. Easiest for me is just to go grab it from the ID section of the URL from the store page for your game. You can do this on the Steam client, but copying it from the client is kind of annoying, so I suggest just going to the store page on Steam through your typical browser. Through my browser, I head on over to the Elden Ring store page and grab the ID from the URL. It's these numbers here, obviously. Now let's just go to wherever we had saved that grid image to, rename the file to just the ID, place a P at the end of it. I'm not so sure about the importance of this, but I do believe it is required, so pop that in there. And now you can take that image and pop it into the grid folder that we created earlier. Now we're done. Jump on back to Steam and enjoy the lovely new art piece. Now you can go and set up a bunch of your games like this. There are some places that have gone and created a whole series for easy batch downloading if you like as well. Feel free to do that kind of thing, but again, I like more personalization to the process. But there you have it. Now you can bask in the glory that is your lovely looking Steam UI. I hope this video has been helpful to you, and I wish you the very best with your setup. I've been Cedric, or StOoPiD U, and I hope you liked this video. Feel free to check me out on Twitch, my main YouTube channel, or something. Whatever works for you, I guess. Comment below if you have any other suggestions, tips, questions, or whatever you might be able to toss in there. I don't know, whatever you want to do. I don't care. Thank you, and enjoy.